Welcome to the podcast. What is the podcast name? Good Time Gal with Caitlin Peluffo. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Chloe Radcliffe is on the pod today. She's standing right above me, just staring at me. It's really uncomfortable, but no, get in the frame. Let people know it's real. She's here. No, what's your Instagram? At Chloe Badcliffe. This is ASMR now. This is fun. At Chloe Badcliffe. Follow her on Instagram. She's very funny. We used to live together. We talk a lot about it. We talk about naughty bits and stuff like that. It's fun. I really enjoyed the conversation. And I'm not just saying that because she's staring at me. We had fun. What'd you think of the podcast? Unhinged. She's a broken person, but so am I. So here we go. She's coming back. Oh, it's getting worse. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Follow me at Caitlin Peluffo. Follow the podcast at Good Time Gal Pod. In my link tree, I have a bunch of dates. I'm going to be on the road all summer and all fall. I'm pretty much booked out until Christmas time. So check it out. See if I'm coming to your city. I'm opening for Fortune Feimster a ton too. So look at hers and mostly just follow me on Instagram. That's where I post everything. So please do that. Rate, review, subscribe, and tell a friend. And subscribe to my YouTube where you get all this video for free. Holy cow. Can you believe it? I'm so generous. Also, don't know how to upload to Patreon. So I don't think I have the confidence for Patreon. I think that's the real thing. I just don't think anyone will pay for it, and then I will feel sad. So I'll talk to my therapist about it. But please enjoy Chloe Radcliffe and Caitlin Peluffo on Good Time Gal. Bye. Little dainty nose.
I don't know. I was like, I don't think I
mean, you do have a smell on you.
Wow.
When you
right
sweat
now?
a lot.
Or
No,
when I
not
bike?
right now. When you bike. I know that because Chloe, are we recording? Yeah. Okay. Chloe and I used to live together, and you would do very long bike rides in the summertime, and you would come home, and
It smelled
would
like I
smell
was,
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, did it smell like I had been working out, or did it smell like I was like a stinky lady?
It depends on whether or not you were dumpster diving. And
Sure.
Because this is another fun thing about the wonderful Chloe Radcliffe, our guest today on Good Time Gal, is that she dumpster dives because she was raised poor. And
and that's a fixation that never leaves.
Yeah, that'll stay even when she's a millionaire.
If you're raised poor, you either stay poor forever or you flip to like gold sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Good riff, Chloe. Wow. Real good pull there. Gold sweatshirts, eh? Yeah, that's what I'm going to buy as a millionaire. That's how you know that I'll always be the poor millionaire. If I'm ever a millionaire,
You would wear a gold sweatshirt if you found it in a trash can.
Yeah. No, I would sell the gold sweatshirt.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Give me more gold.
My little raccoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Chloe would dumpster dive, come home, and sometimes would smell like garbage.
Yeah.
But she had such a good smile, no one cared.
Wow.
Look at that. She lit up a room. Still does.
Seems like people might care. Seems like the man in the elevator who I rode up with probably cared. Probably had a bad elevator ride with me.
He'll live.
Yeah.
He doesn't know you like I know you.
Yeah.
You little special gal.
Yeah. Yeah. I might smell bad all the time.
Not all the time.
Thank
Definitely
you.
not all the time.
Thank you. Sometimes I douse myself in 2004 Victoria's Secret body spray.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm wearing right now.
Oh, my God. I was wondering. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
so aroused.
Does it turn you on like you felt when you were 13?
Yes.
Can I tell you a story about this specific body spray?
Yes.
This body spray is in college. A woman who I consider my best friend from college. Now we are in a very lovely best friend relationship, or dear friend relationship.
I was going to say, you lost confidence in that real fast. She's my best friend. Oh, well, I mean.
I'm not her best friend. No, I love her very, very much. And she loves me very much. And I
asterisks around that one.
and the tone that I'm setting this story up with is the tone of the rest of the story. I in college mostly like wanted to always be closer with her, but also just sort of wanted to be her. And she had this body spray that she never used that just sat in her dorm room or in her room in her house. And every time I went over, I would spray it on myself. And then when we were after college, she lived in a house that I always wanted to live in, and it just like never quite worked out for me to be a roommate in the house. I was always sort of, like tapping on the window. And then she got engaged and she moved in with her fiance because he's like a beautiful model, rich model who owns a condo already. So she moved into his condo, and I moved into her bedroom.
Oh my God.
I could finally be her. And
so scary.
in the bathroom that she left, like the bathroom that she used, I found in the garbage that body spray.
Of course it was in the
That
garbage.
she didn't ever use, and I pulled it out of the garbage. And then I was so precious about it that I moved with it to New York City. And then I started using it as my biking body spray, and everybody always loved it. And now I just I went through the whole bottle and I buy it on eBay because they don't make it anymore because it's from middle school. Anyway, I would say that pretty accurately captures who I am in
sadder
a person.
And sadder and scary
And
then
cheaper.
sad again.
Lydia, you'll never escape me.
She's like, I better be nice to Chloe.
No, you're my best friend.
She's going to try and wear me.
No, we have a nice time. All right. Okay. I know your address.
I will say, I have heard you talk about this woman before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She's wonderful. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. You're great too, Chloe. You don't need to be Lydia.
Fine.
You can be Chloe.
Someday. No. It's
There is one person that I have that similar. Everything's fine. One girl. I feel like girls have that kind of. It's like it's not a crush. It's like a personality.
It's a fixation.
It's a fixation.
Yeah.
And there was someone like that for me, and I saw her again recently, and just the smell of her like brought me back, and I was like, oh my God, why am I not you?
See.
Yeah, but she's like literally the antithesis of everything I am. Like I'm this big, like bumbling jock, and she's this tiny, dainty little reader. And I'm like, I wish.
You just got to learn to read.
One day.
We believe in you.
I listen to books on tape. It's kind of like reading. It's the same.
See, they read to me.
I know what happened in Anna Karenina.
Wow, you said it right.
Yeah, because I listened to it on tape.
Oh, sure. You know how to pronounce it. Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina.
I live in a Polish neighborhood now. I got to learn Polish.
Are you in Greenpoint?
No, I'm in Ridgewood.
Oh, that's Polish?
Yeah.
I thought it was Dominican.
No,
Oh.
it's Polish. It's very
How's the new
Polish.
digs?
If I wasn't so spoiled from my last apartment, this would be the most incredible place I've ever lived in my entire life.
Yeah.
But I'm a spoiled little asshole,
Yeah.
and I'm like, everything is not quite as perfect. It's incredible. It's a beautiful, incredible apartment.
Okay. Your
and
last apartment was in fact wonderful.
It was wild.
Yes.
It was wild.
It
It just
was-
was. It had no walls and 10-foot ceilings, and
Mhm.
was a whole floor.
Yeah. And had a fireplace.
Yeah, it had a crazy fireplace. Yeah, it just was a crazy, crazy place.
Yeah.
And it had a kitchen island
Yeah.
that I could hang a candelabra over. Where am I going to put my candelabra?
You do have a lot of knickknacks.
I got a lot of knickknacks, okay?
Where are you going to put your loom?
I have my table loom that I've also moved from Minnesota. What the fuck is wrong with me? The fact that anybody has ever wanted to see me naked is absolutely
No.
unimaginable.
That is
The
not fair. You're very pretty. So a lot of people want to see
Okay,
you
the fact that
naked.
anybody has ever wanted to see me naked and then keep seeing
Yes,
me.
there we go. There it is.
The fact that they haven't been like, all right, check that one off. I'm going to get the fuck away from this kid.
I mean, we lived together, what, was it a year and a half?
Yeah, over a year.
Yeah. And decorating the apartment together, I was like, ooh, we have to curate these knickknacks.
What, you didn't like my rock? And my wood pieces?
the rocks were great. The loom was like, where the hell are we going to put this?
See, I really like a table loom as an art piece. I'm never going to loom on it, but I am going to leave it on a table.
It's literally just a half-used loom that has a lot of dust in it.
so cool.
It looks fine.
It has some dust in it. You would love it.
It is an allergy trap. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
so that the allergies aren't in the air. They're in my loom.
The just Minnesota dust to Brooklyn dust to
Yeah.
now Ridgewood dust.
Yeah. It's you know, it's a little a little, what's the thing you fucking bury? Anyway, this riff would have been better. Time capsule.
Of all the places you've lived.
Yeah, picture if I had been able to come up with those words faster.
No, we'll edit it.
Okay.
Make you look real good.
Fix it in post.
Yeah. Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina.
Yeah.
So Chloe, how have you been?
I've been fine. I've been traveling a lot.
Great.
So many things have gone wrong. I have felt
Good.
like I'm holding on. The image in my head has been that I'm like on a sled going down a very icy hill. You know, it's like too late in the season to really be sledding, and it's all melted, but then it refroze, and you're sort of like fuck, and you're staying upright, but you, boy, you are white knuckling it. I remember the first time I was 15 and I was driving in a heavy rainstorm, and I looked down and my knuckles were white, and I was like, oh, that's why they call it white knuckles. Anyway, that's how I have felt. But
what has been going wrong?
All,
Tell me about your trauma.
all sorts of little. It's just like I've been doing too much, and then sometimes I'm like, I deserve a break. And then if I take a day or two to just like masturbate and look at Twitter or whatever the fuck, then it's not just that I'm like doing too much, or it's not just that I have too much on my plate. It's that then when I take a break, I am actively fucking myself 2 days late. Like I immediately feel the consequences.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I can tie the stress that I'm feeling right now to the bad decision that I made 24 hours ago to look at eBay for wide leg jeans or whatever the fuck I wasted my time on. To bike in the rain to Flatbush to pick up a hand vac or whatever the fuck I did.
Jesus.
It's a nice hand vac.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
You only pick the best used shit.
It's got dust from people in Flatbush. It's got dust from people in Crown Heights. Now it's gonna have dust from Ridgewood. All inside that little hand vac.
And
I got so much dust upstairs.
You know what she's not going to use that hand vac on? Her table loom.
Absolutely not. No, that dust. You got the table loom dust and you got the hand vac dust. Anyway, so
well, you're allowed to take a day off. That's okay.
Well, that's the problem. Is that I'm like I'm allowed to take a day off, and then I just like it's
a day.
A day. It's that I don't get on top of shit before I take a day off. Now I should be fine. I turned down a couple road gigs for the next like 6 weeks, and so now I'm in town for the next 6 weeks, and
okay,
I should be okay.
In my mind, I'm like, what are you doing?
What, turning down road gigs? Oh, I know.
That's my brokenness. It's like
no, but
just stay up late one day and get all the work done, and then just
no, me too.
I'm a broken person.
It's the Edinburgh prep that's the crazy thing. If I wasn't doing Edinburgh, I would be like, oh, I'm great. I'm on the road and I'm having a nice time, and I had to move, and moving sucks, but life is fine.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't on the road for stand-up headline shit, then I would be like, Edinburgh is a lot, but I don't know. It's just like there's just too many things all piled together, but it's fine. I'm fine.
You're fine. You're thriving. You're busy and blessed. Oop, hashtag booked.
Oh, I got proposed to by a customer services man over the phone.
Amazing.
Yes.
Which customer service place?
Optimum Internet.
Wow, that's a good one. Internet. You want an internet guy.
I want an internet guy.
You want a tech dweeb.
He said he's emigrating to Canada. So
wow, where's he from?
Egypt.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
We talked for an hour and a half, and he still didn't cancel my charge. And then at the end, he said maybe I would ask you to marry me if we met in person. And
Jesus,
he was very
What
nice.
were you talking about?
I was making him laugh. That's the thing. I'm real funny, even over the phone.
Not funny enough to get that charge taken off.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem. There were a couple times where he sighed, and I laughed when he sighed, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, you just sighed," and I feel that too. And we chuckled about that. But then it turns out I just canceled the auto payment, and I didn't have to pay, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, didn't have to talk to that guy for an hour and a half at all. Could have just not paid.
And now he has your address and your last name and all of your information.
But luckily, he's going to Canada, so not my problem.
Same continent. You should be a little nervous. It's only an 8-hour drive. Get scared, Chloe.
That's what people always ask that. People always, the FedEx story? I don't know.
Please tell the FedEx story.
Do you not, have I not said this to you?
So I hosted the JFL auditions where you did the joke.
Oh, yes.
And then I said, one day you're going to have to tell me about this story. And you started, and then I had to host, so I had to leave. So I didn't hear the full story.
Oh, yes.
So please.
Wow.
Tell the world.
Should I say this on? I don't know if I should say this on this.
You say it on stage.
I say it on stage. I know. I signed for my neighbor's package, and then I fucked the FedEx man.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
And
He was beautiful.
He was beautiful?
He was so beautiful. Wow, he was really hot.
Tall? Abs?
Yeah, tall and abs.
Tall and abs?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Real
goodness.
pretty. Really, really, really pretty.
Really?
I would say the hottest man I have ever had sex with. But
Wow.
I also have very bad taste in
That I can attest to.
I love and adoration to all of my exes, but I would say
Chloe likes a brain.
I like a funny guy.
This guy, not funny.
I'm not going for not funny at all. We hooked up a couple times, and the first time he was doing like dirty talk of like dirty little slut or whatever, and the second time I was like, that's not really my speed, and he swung true. I don't think he was conscious of this happening. The next I was like, hey, that's not for me, and the next sentence out of his mouth was, yeah, totally get it. You're amazing. You're actually, and I was like, yeah, I think you might be not present. I don't know how much is going on. I don't know how much you're aware of that your brain is just grasping for like anything. What does she, what does want she, I say things now to she make happy. Okay, fine. I don't know. He was hot. He picked me up on a dolly.
On a dolly?
No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. No, he just picked me up.
He just picked you up.
And fucked me while holding me for too long enough that I was like, all right, what are we doing? Are we doing tricks here? I can't. This is fine. This was cool at first, but now I'm just kind of like, you gotta put me down.
6 pumps. That's it. Now put me down.
Yeah, it was more than 6.
I need to focus.
Yeah. Or just like I'm not gonna be able to focus on any. I just fucking.
I'm in the air.
Yeah.
I'm in the sky.
Yeah.
One wrong move and you're on the floor.
Yeah. No, I was very confident that he wasn't gonna. I just was sort of like, but let me just fucking.
It's a fun party trick, and then you're like, okay, we get it. You can do it.
But now the thing that has been happening, there's been 2 things that's been happening now since. One, every fucking FedEx truck I see, I'm like, huh? Is it? Also, I now know the difference between FedEx Express and FedEx Ground and FedEx Freight trucks. They're all.
Wow.
I know the difference. I know what to look for. And
I want to.
they all run.
Nerd
different
Caitlin
routes.
is like, I would like to know, but at the same time, no one needs to know.
No one needs to know. No one needs to know. So that, and then the other thing is that on. It's not happening so much, not on my new block. Oh, I'll tell you the third thing that happened on my new block. But the second thing on my old block, I felt like, like the mailman was like, it's not the FedEx guy. I felt like the mailman was nice to me, and I felt like a UPS guy kind of smiled at me, and I was like, I think they're in a group chat together. I know. I was like, I think if I hadn't fucked this guy, I wouldn't think anything of this. But now I'm like, do they know? Is he like, yeah, I fucked the girl with the thing on her face? And all of them are like, that's the girl with the thing on her face. She might fuck me too. God damn it.
There's no way those lines cross. There's not like one facility that's like, this is where all the carriers meet.
Right. No, certainly cross carrier. No, I was a little bit worried about within FedEx, but whatever. I think it's fine.
Honestly, why not? New place, new you. New FedEx
so this is what happened. So on the very first day that I moved into my new place, my doorbell rang, and I went and I saw that there was a FedEx truck parked outside, and I was like, I knew it wasn't the same guy. I knew that he didn't run that route. I know their routes.
Oh no.
And I went to the door.
Lydia, I will find you.
and I opened it. And my new FedEx guy is deeply, deeply ugly.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, which honestly, much more my type.
Oh no, don't make her laugh.
No, yeah, no. But I was pleased to see an incredibly unattractive FedEx
I'm so
man.
happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So so I've only seen the FedEx guy only ever comes in porn. You only see that storyline. How does it actually work?
How did it actually happen?
Yes.
So so in my old place, my my desk sat in the front bay window of my house, and the bay window was right over the stoop. And so I was very used to, like, I would sit at my desk and very, very normally, like, pantomime, like, oh, you can leave it there. Don't worry. Like, I got it. You're good. Whatever. I was very used to that. And I was on a Zoom with a guy who I had not met before, like, from some production company. I was having a business meeting. And the guy came up, and the upstairs neighbors weren't answering. And he was like, I was like, you can leave it. And he was like, they're not answering, whatever. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And he pointed through the window, and he goes, you're beautiful, like, said that. And I was like, who, me? And the guy who I was on a meeting with, we had already been talking about, like, sex. I'm trying to sell a show about sex. And so we'd already been talking about this. So I knew that I could kind of, like, do this, and it was going to be fine. So FedEx guy goes, you're beautiful. And I went, who, me? And he said, yes, you. And I sort of, like, did this, and he left.
Yeah.
Went away down the steps. Came back like 2 minutes. And I turned to the guy I was on a Zoom with, and I was like, wow, that's crazy that just happened, huh? You should buy my show about how I fuck a lot, whatever. And the guy in the Zoom, I remember he was like, I don't even know that that's real. You might be doing a bit to sell the show. Like, because he couldn't see them.
Yeah.
And I had my AirPods in, and the FedEx guy came back like 2 minutes later, and he pantomimed, and he's like, I'm really sorry, I need a signature, and they're not answering. Can you sign? And I said to the Zoom guy, I was like, give me a second. And I went, and so the Zoom guy heard some of this because the door is like right next to that bay window. So the Bluetooth is still picking up. And the FedEx guy said, what's your name? And I said, I'll give you the upstairs name because it's for them. And he said, no, you can give me your name. I can transfer it in the system. And I laughed. And this was the rock is already rolling down the hill moment. Like, I was not consciously making this decision. I laughed, and I was like, oh, is this just a slick way of getting my name? And I saw him blush, and that was kind of the like, oh fuck, we're doing this. I think both of us were like, okay. And he sort of laughed, and we said like one or two more I asked his name. We said like one or two more things, and I said, I'm on a work Zoom right now. I said that a lot. And then he said, when's your break? Sort of like, And I laughed, and I said 20 minutes because that was when the Zoom was going to be done. And his face went like absolutely stone cold straight. And he goes, wait, so should I come back at 2? And then I got like, and I was like, sure. And he said, are you serious? Like stone cold straight. He is clearing this with the boss. And I said, yeah. And he went, okay, and left. And then I got back in the Zoom. I was like, am I going to fuck this guy? And the guy in the Zoom was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know you. I ended the Zoom 5 minutes early. I called my friend Pat in LA, and I was like, am I going to fuck this guy? And Pat was like, I think you're going to fuck a stranger. I out loud was like, what if... In retrospect, it sounds like I'm doing a bit, but this is truly like my brain wasn't connecting. I was like, I don't know, maybe we're gonna have coffee and talk. I have some coffee made, and Pat was like, no, I think you're gonna fuck a stranger.
He wants coffee. I'm gonna come back for coffee.
For some coffee, yeah. Oh, come in and have some coffee. Anyway,
and so then he came back,
and we started making out right away, and I was like, oh, okay, great, okay. Yeah.
Did you land the show?
Did
he buy the show?
Oh, no.
No? God damn it.
No.
So it was all for nothing.
All for nothing. Yeah. I fucked a stranger, and I didn't even sell a TV show. Ugh. My life. Everything's going wrong for me.
I love that is nothing like a porno. It wasn't like, can you sign for this package and I'll eat you out,
right,
or whatever.
Right. No. And it was the kind of thing that people have been like, do you feel unsafe because he knows where you live? And I was like, no, I felt like I was very much in control. Mm-hmm. Not like he doesn't, not like there's not any threat at all. Mm-hmm. But it was not, he wasn't like, hey, little lady, I'm going to come in your house. It wasn't at all that. Yeah. Like I guess he opened the door with you're beautiful. But then I said, is this just a slick way of getting my name? Mm-hmm. And he was very like, I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, have a little fun.
One of our dear friends was horrified to hear this. She was like, Chloe, that's bad and dirty and dangerous.
Dirty? Yeah. How dare you?
I know. She was being a real prude about it.
Who was it?
Jordan.
Jensen?
Yeah.
The most unprude of all
Yeah.
of us? Call him. Can you believe that
Yeah.
dirty little skank?
Yeah, she was really
called Chloe dirty.
she was really like, you are doing a bad thing.
Jordan is a cum slut. I'll say that right now.
Thank you.
How dare she?
Yeah. I didn't expect that reaction from her. She was
No, of all people,
No.
she would be
no.
like, yeah.
I think I'm more of a prude than Jordan. Who knows?
Oh,
And it
for
turns out-
sure.
That's what I thought. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. Guess Jordan just can't pull off fucking a random FedEx man. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is surprising from Jordan.
I know. I really didn't see it coming.
Friend of the pod.
Maybe I'm throwing her under the bus. Sorry, Jordan.
No, she's been on this twice. And no, she fucks.
Yeah. 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 Let me fuck a
Judgy
rando.
Wudgy was
Come
a bear.
on, Jordan. Anyway.
How's the new are you dating anyone new? Smooching?
I'm going on a second date tomorrow.
Second date tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fun.
Are you drinking?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Not very much.
Not very much.
But I was kind of never I
Yeah.
was never a very much. No, my tolerance has really plummeted through the floor. I had half an Aperol spritz on Sunday and I was like absolutely demolished.
You're also like a size nothing.
Champagne fucks me up.
You're very small.
Thank you.
What the fuck? I think you've lost weight since we lived together.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, fucking the FedEx guy will do that to you.
Yeah. You know, you get a lot of lifts in.
You really got to strengthen that core. I don't think I've ever been lifted in my life. I
Really?
think- oh my God. I've had.
Steve doesn't lift you all the time. Come on.
Well,
He
one
must
time.
pick you up and fuck you against the wall. I bet he can get you on his shoulders.
Oh my God. Well, one time, I don't know if I've told this story on this podcast, but one time we were sitting on the
Yes.
couch.
In our house when we lived together?
No, in our new apartment. And
Wow, I'm so excited.
no,
for
no,
this.
no. And we were just joking around and I was like laying on the couch and he wanted to have sex and I was like, no, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I'm so tired. I don't want to walk to the bedroom. And he was like, we were just joking. And then I was just like, I will blow you if you can carry me from here to the bedroom. And then, Steve, he's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa."
Blowjob.
Yeah. And so he picks me up and then,
Yeah.
and so I'm
Steve.
slowly just
Steve.
getting lower
Steve.
and lower and lower till he's almost dragging me on the floor, but I'm still technically off the
He
floor.
really wants that blowjob.
And then I start laughing and then I fart.
Sure.
Just 2 farts in a row, just and he laughs, drops me onto the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah. Yeah.
And then the cats come over and they're like, what, are we playing?
And
No
Steve
blowjob.
still wants to fuck. At the
yeah.
end of that, he's still like,
Oh, yeah.
bang, bang.
Yeah.
We bang. And you promised, you said, we bang.
You said you love my sense of humor.
Boink. Uh-huh. That's fun.
So yeah, no, he can't carry me.
Yeah.
Although he did make it to the bathroom. He just had to get up and onto the bed, and he just, it was the fart that
Real-
did us.
Yeah. Well, so it's actually your fault.
It's
Actually,
my
he
fault.
would have made it if you
Honestly,
hadn't farted.
thank God. I don't want to give a late night blowjob.
Ugh.
Shoot me in the face. Nothing more miserable.
I did date a guy for I don't think you ever met him. I dated a guy who he could pick me up over. He could do the thing that I was just joking that he put my back against a wall and my legs over his shoulders and then his face right
Oh
there.
wow!
And it was like I wasn't coming.
What a-
I was not. My brain was not connected to my body. I was just like, what the fuck is this? Is crazy. You guys fucking seeing this shit? This is nuts. This is wild. There's no pleasure. I
Yeah,
mean, there's like excitement pleasure.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
fun.
This is new.
Yeah. There was
Being
like,
crucified.
we should have a fucking picture of this. We should take a tape of this. It wasn't. There was no orgasm, but I was like, you get a load of this shit.
Who's seeing this right now?
Yeah. I wanted
That's
to be
insane.
Yeah. He was very strong.
How big was this guy?
5'10", but very strong.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's scary. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe deep down I'm afraid of men. That's why you only would date the small ones.
That's why you know.
I want to be able to kill one if I have to.
And you can kill Steve.
He's surprisingly strong. Like he has very broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a man's body, but
he
like
looks like
miniature.
he looks
you
like
know?
a 50s drawing of the perfect man. Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like a boxer, like an old school
Yeah,
boxer.
like little narrow waist and
Mm-hmm.
little like white Mormon shirt and a high waisted pants with a belt kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he looks like. The
yeah.
perfect man.
Yeah, it's just but he's just short. He's a little short guy. 5'6". He is.
He's 5'6".
He's 5'6", but he has his puffy hair, so it goes up a little bit.
Yeah, he seems taller than that.
Nope.
Tell him that.
I'll tell him.
Yeah,
You got big boy
he
attitude.
seems taller than 5'6".
No, 5'6". Although in jokes I say that he's 5'4".
Sure.
Yes, because one time I said he was 5'6" and he was short, and one guy got so offended. He was so upset. He was like, 5'6" isn't short.
Wow.
It's not short. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would say it's short, and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. Make me happy. I like him small.
Yeah, I like him killable.
Yeah. I want to be able to choke a man to death if I need to.
I want to be able to pat you on the head.
Yeah. Who's my little guy?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to the apps. I'd be a menace on the apps though. That's the problem. I don't want to be I'm not trying to get married, so I'm
No.
I
No,
would
you
just
got
be
a
like,
show to show.
tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm pretty. That's all I want.
You do take very good pictures of yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know what to say. If I wanted to fuck Chloe, I could.
Tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm pretty.
Just call myself Lydia.
Tell me I look like Lydia. She's so beautiful. Anyway, I'd say it to her face.
It's so
fine.
scary, Chloe.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you doing drugs?
Not very much.
Good.
Barely.
Great.
Yeah, really. I'm really not doing. I'm doing caffeine,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in like kind of work mode. I just have been in work mode for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I sometimes I want to be out of it, and sometimes I'm like, if I don't have work mode, what do I have?
Oh, I get that.
You know.
I 100% get that.
Yeah.
Well,
you've got.
you know me. If
Yeah.
I'm not doing 6 sets a night, I'm just like, I'm worthless.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
Yeah, it's been. I'm off the. I'm not on the dedicated stand-up track anymore, and that just feels weird because because all of our friends are still on the dedicated stand-up track, and so I'm like, I don't know what to measure myself against because the other things that I have are just not the visible. Like I'm doing other things that I like and I'm proud of, but I'm like, he's getting but a funny bone, you know.
Yeah, they're doing the helium in Philadelphia.
They're doing the helium in Philadelphia. I ain't set foot in that place. I ain't.
Don't worry about it, Chloe. You're doing great.
Tell me how
Did
the
you get
helium
JFL?
in No. You asshole. That's funny. Wow. She says she's supportive, folks. You hear that? She says she's my friend and my roommate. No.
Well, I just realized that I hosted that show, and then you did the callback.
No, did I not tell you? I told you I ate the absolute hardest dick I've ever eaten in a set, maybe ever, on the second.
Yeah, but I
round.
know that doesn't matter.
I think I think the audition doesn't matter as long as you do well enough for it to not be a reason to say no. Does that make sense?
I see.
Like I think if you absolutely faceplant into rock hard concrete, they're like, well, we're not gonna give it to you. They're like, that's we got to make a decision somehow, and that's a very easy box to tick. I think if you do, decently, like I think if I had the same set that I had in the first round, it's like, sure, a lot of people can have like anywhere from good to very good sets. And then there's a million other, also I'm not inside their heads, but like, this is my understanding. Then there's a million other decision factors that go into it. But like, if you just watch somebody say, I blew a FedEx guy to absolute stone cold silence, I think they're going to be like, yeah, maybe she's not a new face this year, is she?
Maybe she's not a new face. She's a face fucked.
Yeah. Maybe she's a face that's seen a lot. Actually,
she is signed for.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was that bad?
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't silence, but it wasn't good. This is not a comic being like, I did so bad, and like actually it was a fine set. It's not that. I know. I don't think I'm that person. I don't think I say I had a terrible set when I had a fine one. I think I say like it was fine.
Yeah.
I think that I'm fairly, I can be delusional about other shit, and I can be like, self-flagellating or whatever, and attention whory or whatever about other things. But I think in terms of quality of set, I'm fairly clear-eyed. And it was not a good one. It was not a great one. Not a great one.
Because I heard that story and it did very well on the first audition.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, the story can do well.
And then
yeah.
But I feel like that's a story that it's like 85% of the time it kills. 15% of the times it's like what?
I think I know why. I think I know why it bombed actually.
Yeah.
The story is the story of fucking FedEx guy. And yes, and 85% of the time it kills. And it is like, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the thing is that it unfolds into me talking about feeling self-conscious and like not that I didn't used to look like this, and that like this, could I fuck this guy? And that I think it like gets into actually some like interesting, revelatory, emotional shit that's still funny and fun and whatever. But it is a story where I can't blink. And if I blink, you are suddenly just listening to me tell a gross story.
Yes.
If I do not have like all the fucking swagger in the world, you are suddenly just listening to me talk about the raunchiest, because I haven't said the grossest part of the story, which you know.
What is it?
That the where he came.
Where? On the birthmark?
Not my face.
Where did he come?
On my face.
On your face?
Did I not?
No.
It's in the bit. Wow, she didn't listen to the end of the bit.
I was probably talking to the next
She says she's a good friend and a roommate.
I was
She
hosting
says
the
that
show.
she's nice. She says she's supportive, and then she asks if I made Jim.
Okay.
Yes.
I would have remembered the part
He
where
said the how I say it in the bit is that he says where should I come? The line. Now I'm just doing the bit, but because we weren't using a condom. He's a stranger. Why would I use a condom? I can't believe I'm saying this. Please don't put this on the internet.
Your bit. It's gonna be on TV eventually. That's the hope.
I mean, ideally.
Let it out.
Let it out. Well,
Let it
anyway.
loose.
Wait, this is gonna give me the wrong kind of fans. Anyway,
Fans are fans.
And I say, sounds like a woman who wants fans.
Fans are fans. You can come wherever you want.
It doesn't matter why you like me. No, I said anywhere neck down, and he said, "Can I come in your face?" And then the line that I say is, "Let that be a lesson that wherever you tell a man not to come is immediately going to be where he wants to come." So from here on out, I'm just gonna say, "No, please don't come in the garbage can." I would hate it if you used a Kleenex. Anyway, so yes, it's just hearing me tell a gross story. And I just had gotten very resentful of having to go. I just had gotten resentful of the whole. Yeah. I had gotten negative and arrogant and cocky and entitled. And that came through in the set. And I didn't want to be. And like everybody else, it was like in JFL auditions in New York, it's just all of our friends.
Yes.
And in LA, I not only did I know literally not a fucking soul, but also 9 out of 10 of them, it was their very first year auditioning, and it's my fucking 13th year auditioning or whatever it is.
God, yeah.
And it was just like, so I just let the negativity overtake me. And also that story had bombed in that very room but a mere 24 hours before. And I was like, no, Radcliffe, be a fucking comic. Don't let that, like, you go out there and you say the bit. I'm like doing the shit that we say to each other, that we say to ourselves and to each other, but that is not necessarily the smartest strategic move.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
I was like, don't be cowed. Like, you want to tell this story, you go out and you have fucking fun. You show them. You win that room over. You get up there. This is yours to take.
Yeah.
Oy vey. I should have. Anyway, I just wasn't. It was like, either I should have done a different set or I should have come in with a different attitude, and probably both. And in fact, I did neither. And so I just told a very disgusting story to a room that was concerned for me. So
honestly,
cool.
In 2 years, it will be hilarious.
It's the kind of thing where I talked to an old friend, and he was like, "You maybe you might never do New Faces, but that's okay."
That's also okay.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I auditioned live, because I got New Faces Unrepped, where you don't have to audition. This is just very inside baseball. It's a prestigious festival.
Fans are fans. If you're a comedy fan, you better fucking like this.
It's a comedy festival you have to audition for. It's very hard to get into. And I got it the roundabout way, which is unrepped, meaning you don't have a manager because no one wanted to touch my old ass. Anyway.
Well, and the thing is that you were so deserving for so many years. You were one of the like held up stories of like, how has this person not gotten new faces yet? While you were repped, and then you were then unrepped suddenly. And you got it through unrepped.
Yeah, it was. But I remember the last year I auditioned live. It was like I had all that beef with the booker. We were not, kosher, and I was so angry. And I was walking to this. What's it called? I almost said audition. And I was like, this is the last time I'm fucking doing it. I'm never doing it again. And I took my rage and I just screamed at the audience for 6 minutes or whatever the fuck it was. I ended up going over. I had a great set, but I ended up going over because I was stubborn and I was like, this is what I want to go out on. And then I didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew it was, I was in the running because I was on a good audition. Because that's what they do. If you're actually in the running, they give you the good slots. And then sometimes it's just a courtesy.
What do you mean the good slots? You mean
the good show, like a 7 p.m. Thursday at New York Comedy Club. Like stuff and then sometimes I've done it where I have performed for 6 people in the room. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there's no one there. Yeah. So, so I knew I was like, I have a chance. And my manager was like, you have a chance.
Yeah.
And then I just pissed in their face.
Did you hear about Simonson's? You know about Simonson's JFL audition from last year?
What did he say?
A minute and a half in, he just stopped his set and he goes, I do not need this. I needed this 5 years ago. And I did not get it. And that is why I will get it this year. And we're like crying in the background.
Yeah.
He's, speaking for us all. And he didn't get it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that story.
Yeah, that's the end of that story.
And he should have gotten it.
Yes.
So many people. This is a festival that is mercurial in many ways. It has a lot of strengths, a lot of weirdnesses, and there are a lot of comics who deserve to have gotten the festival who did not.
The people who are in charge of booking it now are great, I will say.
Yeah.
They are wonderful.
Totally.
And I feel like everybody has kind of a fair shot now.
Yes.
It seems, or at least it seems more likely because they're true comedy fans.
Yes.
And
I also think that pushing a very wide field of talent through a very small sieve will always, even if the bookers are wonderful and balanced and talented and thoughtful and considered, it's still that sieve winds up like people wind up getting caught on the edges. And,
there's not. I mean, it's I'm just so glad I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks, babe.
Sorry, Colum. Have you done it? No. Do you audition for it? No. All right. Well, we're just pissing off Colum.
No.
Sorry, Colum. He doesn't care. He says cunt all the time.
Cunt.
Well, he's not going to get with that attitude. I'll tell you that. I'm just joking. Colum's very funny. There, you like that? Huh? That was nice? All right. I'll go fuck myself.
And when he says cunt, it means a nice thing.
It does mean a nice thing. No, well, it's nicer.
When he says cunt, it's like bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it in Irish?
Oh, Jesus. He speaks English.
But I mean like Irish, like
hello. Yeah, there's less
sting to it?
there's less sting to it. It's certainly not a female, it's not a gendered word at all.
Is it not?
Not at all, no.
Well, but it's like in the way that bitch is like not is.
Yeah. No, bitch is more gendered, I think, in Irish for sure. I guess you can call a guy a bitch, but then you're kind of just calling him a woman.
It's still
gendered. But if you call a guy
a cunt, it's not.
No. Also, we can just go like, where's my cunting keys? Like,
really?
Yeah. It's like a cunt is a general.
It's like a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like the word fuck.
I was cunted. Meant you were drunk a lot.
You don't think that's gendered, though? I think that's still like at the root of it gendered, right?
I certainly didn't feel that way until I moved here. I never, but maybe I just wasn't picking up on the subtleties.
I mean, does it mean vagina at its root?
Yeah,
core?
yeah. But rarely you use it as to describe a vagina.
As your vagina.
Rarely, I think.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's a fun little history. That's the history
And
corner
that's
of Good Time Gal.
Vocab with column. Cunting with column.
Cunting with column. Thank you, you little cunt. I'm sorry.
You little cunt.
You little cunt. Oh, we were doing so well until I said the C word.
Column.
Now I call it the C word. Well, Chloe, we're coming up on the end. You got any stories about anything?
Lock the doors.
She's staying.
Did
Did you come in thinking of anything that you were like, let's talk about this?
I had something and now it's out of my head. Yeah.
Oh no.
sorry.
Sex or drugs?
What the?
Or
It wasn't
drinking.
drugs. No, it wasn't drugs. It must have been sex.
Must have been about sex.
Yeah.
Who's the last guy you had sex with?
I'm not gonna say on this. You're not gonna give me that.
I don't need names.
Oh.
Experienced. Tell me about the last sex experience you had.
What was the last sex experience I had? It was a nice wholesome sex.
Gross.
Made me come all good. Jesus
Oh,
Christ! I gotta stop
Jesus
saying this. I gotta
Christ.
fucking stop. I don't want
Oh
to.
my God, that just made me go. Made me come all good.
Come on, good. Yeah. I don't have a.
All right. Well, I was hoping to jog the memory.
No, I know. I had a funny thing that I was gonna say, and I know who it was about, but I don't remember what the thing was.
Ooh, who was it about? Mouth it to me.
I don't think you know. Not a guy who I dated for like 2 months.
Oh.
A couple months ago. Very briefly, he dumped me. Yeah,
That asshole.
bastard.
Why'd he dump you?
He said that the deeper spark just wasn't there.
The deeper
And
spark?
honestly, he was not wrong.
What a cunt.
The thing is, he wasn't wrong. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, but I'm supposed to say that. Yeah, I mean, I thought you were kind of boring too, but I still think about him sometimes. We like very much should not have. He checked all of the boxes of what I was like, oh, we're gonna be perfect together. This is mermaid.
I get it. Yeah.
And it was just an imagination. It was not in reality. None of it meshed.
Yeah.
But I still think about him probably once a week, and I'm like, fuck you.
It's funny. Whenever
I don't like getting rejected.
no one does.
I'm the first person to have that thought. I don't like it.
Well, the thing is, I would always have these ideas of like, oh, we would when I was before my Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would always have those like there was this one barback who worked at Mayfield that I was like, I loved him so much, and I was like, we would be perfect together.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was just never interested, and so I would like reject myself just by be like, we would be great together, and he's just like, you're a good server.
I have left. Okay, I have two. Also, I remember the thing that I was going to say.
Great.
But I have two moves that I employ in New York. This is not the thing I was going to say. One is if in a bar, make eyes with somebody. The second time I make eyes, point and do this.
Okay.
Works every time. I've never had it not work. 100% conversion rate.
The come hither.
It's just I made your decision for you. We all had, both of us had 8 maybes in the room, and I just made 1 maybe a yes. And so like, let's just make that decision.
Okay.
My other thing is just I've left numbers for bartenders or servers or whatever on receipts. That 0% conversion rate. Never had it once fucking turn around. I think, but I remember standing with another comic. I didn't do this, but I watched this happen. Another female comic. And she left her number. She was like, I'm going to leave my number for this hot bartender. And we were all kind of like, he was out of her league.
Yes.
And we were all kind of like, this is not going to end well for you, but sure, whatever, have your fun. I think we tried to kind of like coax her out of it, and she was headstrong. She left her number, and then she put the receipt down. He picked it up, laughed, turned. It was the worst thing I've ever watched. Turned to the bar back and made a reference of like another one. And turned to
Oh my God.
Cold.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
Yeah. So never leave your number for a bartender.
No.
It doesn't. Yeah.
As a bartender, I used to bartend. I got 0.
No, you got 0 numbers?
Zero. Yes. I
No.
also dressed like this. Once in a
Yeah, but
blue
somebody's
moon.
into that.
Steve.
Yeah.
He's the one. But I already slept with him when he came to Mayfield. He was already like, you already got my number.
You want me to leave my number again?
Can I have extra bacon? No, I might have gotten 1 or 2.
That's not how Steve talks. Steve would say, you want me to leave my number again?
Yeah, right. Oh my God. You want me to leave? Very nasally. I love it. It's my
I
little
ran
nasal.
into Steve on the train recently.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, you want me to tell you this?
Yes.
Okay, so a guy who I went on a date with, the date was lovely. The sex was bad.
Okay.
We didn't talk for 5 months, and then we ran into each other at a bar, and we were chatting, and he said, "So do you want to hang out again?" And I was like, no, it's like, no, I don't think I want to go on another date. And he kept trying to convince me to go on the date, and I don't understand. He was like, "What? Why not?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's just not."
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to be like, "No, I don't want to fuck you again."
Yeah. What was bad about it?
A lot.
What?
Just like
No. He gave you the
not
good old
not
boy
dick, just like
just tapping you?
I don't know. It's like the touch was like
You did a good
it
job.
was just bad touch.
I like sexy time
Yeah,
with
it's just
your
bad touch.
fist.
Now I'm self-conscious because I'm worried that he's gonna see this and
Who cares? What are you gonna date him again?
no.
Then eat shit and die.
No. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
this might have been, I didn't think about this story in retrospect. Anyway, here, I'll give you the shortened version. I went on a date with a guy, didn't want to go on a date with him again. After 5 months of us not talking, he asked to go on another date.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. And then he dug his heels in, and I just don't, the thing that I don't understand, he was like, why not? And I just don't understand why somebody would not be like, I'm gonna walk the fuck. I just asked you on a second date, and you did not immediately say yes, and I am going to open up a hole in the floor and leave.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
he really just,
he was like, "You're wrong."
yeah. He
See,
was like,
that's
"We
the
should."
difference. We get rejected. We're like, "Oh my God." He gets rejected. He's like, "No, I'm going to change your mind."
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really wild.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
What an unhinged person.
He's very funny.
Confident?
Mhm.
Oh,
Guess
it's a
so.
comic?
That's why I didn't want to say it.
Gross. Oh,
Yeah.
no. That's even worse because it's like, what do you have going for you?
He's got a lot. He's got a decent amount.
No. He's still a comic.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No male comic should have that much confidence.
I got bad taste.
Oh, but that's for sure. Actually, now I think I know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why
I know who it is.
you gotta.
Well, he's not listening to this. I'll tell you that much.
Hope he's not.
No, he definitely isn't. But, well,
Well,
gross.
he's
The next time you're on this podcast, we're going to have better men.
the next time. By the time I come back, I'll have a Venezuelan and a.
No one's coming on your face.
No one's coming on my face. It's gonna be a clean face, clean, no birthmark. It's gonna be. I was on the.
Oh, no.
I was on the subway, and a guy across the subway from me pointed at his face, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a birthmark," like referencing it. And he pointed at it like with a face, and I was like, I don't. And I literally pointed to a freckle. I was like, this, but bigger. I mean, he's an adult man who seems who doesn't seem developmentally disabled.
Big.
That's how I explained it to kids. I'm like, it's like a freckle, but real big and on my face. And I was like, I don't know what you're asking here. And he goes, Dove, baby, eczema. Dove, baby, eczema. And he said that. He was like, it comes in a little jar. Dove, baby, eczema. He said it 45 times. And I was like, Dove, baby, eczema. I got it. And I have no idea what he was telling me to use. I don't know if he was saying moisturize. I don't know if he was saying that'll make your birthmark go away. I have no fucking clue. But anyway, Dove, baby, eczema. You got a thing on your face? Dove, baby, eczema. It's like a freckle, but bigger. You got a Dove, baby, eczema.
Oh,
This podcast sponsored by
Dove baby eczema. And that fucking guy.
Now to column with comments from Dove, baby, eczema.
All right. Well, Chloe, where can people find you?
I am at Chloe Badcliffe on all social media because my name is Chloe Radcliffe and it's like my last name but bad.
She's bad.
That's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, she's fucks the FedEx guy bad.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bad to the bone.
Yeah, she eats out of the garbage bad.
She does. She does eat out of the garbage.
She's bad in all of the ways.
No, well,
Like bad and like bad.
yeah. These tomatoes are bad.
And like a man in the elevator did this next to me. Bad. She smells bad, Cliff. That's that kind of bad.
But very funny and kind.
And if you're in New York City, I'm running a solo show about all of these saucy things and a lot more dark secrets
Ooh.
every Thursday from now through July. I don't know why I'm saying it to the camera. Every
Say
Thursday.
it right in there.
Every Thursday from now through July at Under St. Mark's Theater. The link is in my bio on Instagram.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chloe.
Please come. I need it. Desperately.
You better go. I'm going.
You should come.
Yeah, eventually. Can I get in for free?
Yeah.
Great. Chloe Radcliffe.
You can't. You have to pay. You can pay $2. They have a sliding scale. It's fine.
You didn't live with her.
You haven't smelled. And you're not going to. Fans. You weird fucks. Freaks.
Bye.